So continuing on with the iOS 13 comparisons, I finally, like you guys already know, I got the XS as well as the XS Max, and we're going to go ahead and compare it to the original iPhone 10. I say original, there's only one iPhone 10. But the iPhone XS is the one on the right. It's going to be the gold one from now on if you guys aren't familiar. It does have the carbon fiber back, and that's only because this one has a cracked back. I'm only saying this is the last video I'm going to bring that up. But from now on, whenever you see this phone, just remember that this one is the XS, which it's really hard to distinguish between them anyway if you're going day to day, but they're both running beta 4. Apparently it's supposed to be really fast. I've already tested them on the other versions of my phones as well, and they've been pretty much consistent with beta 3. It's just a lot more stable. So let's go and see how they compare with iOS 13. So the iPhone on the left is the iPhone 10 and the iPhone on the right is the iPhone XS. This one is the main phone that I use every day. This is just the phone that I use on this channel. So like I said, they're both running iOS 13. Everything is cleared out in the background. They both have almost the exact same apps on both devices. So let's go and see how they compare. Let's do Facebook. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone XS is faster, and I'm probably going to say that the iPhone XS is going to be faster in every single comparison. Netflix. 3, 2, 1. As you saw, the iPhone XS was faster there too, so I'm pretty sure the iPhone XS is going to be the fastest one. Quizlet. 3, 2, 1. It was almost identical there. It's not even that big of an app. Dropbox. 3, 2, 1. Again, the iPhone 10 is faster, but you can see it's not that much faster. You know, of course it's probably going to be faster, but it's not as much faster as you might think. Bofa. 3, 2, 1. That one was actually pretty fast on the iPhone XS, so pretty big difference right there in my opinion. Let's do thank you. 3, 2, 1. And with the iPhone 10, it was literally just got into the game like no problem at all. The iPhone 10 did take an extra like second or two. Let's get into some gameplay real quick. And they're almost going to be identical. Oh, I just died. That's the first time I ever died in that game. But as you'll be able to tell, the performance is probably going to be the same on both of them. Snake versus blocks. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone XS won there too. Let's get into some gameplay. Oh, I messed up, but okay. You'll probably be able to tell. I don't know why the iPhone 10 was stuttering so much there, but you can tell that the performance is whatever. It's not going to be that big of a difference either. So Temple Run. 3, 2, 1. And as you see, again, we have to go click main menu and then restart this one. Temple Run. 3, 2, 1. And I'm actually pretty surprised by the big amount of difference between both these devices. I mean, yes, the XS is supposed to be, you know, the faster device, and it is the faster device, but I have noticed that the iPhone 10 can still carry its own, and usually when I'm comparing an older device, sometimes the older device can, like, you know, still beat the iPhone or the newer iPhone pretty easily sometimes, but in this case, it feels like the iPhone XS has won every single time. I can't really remember the time where it hasn't. Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. As you can see, we're into it on the iPhone XS and then shortly after on the iPhone 10, and it's pretty crazy because I thought first that the iPhone 10 was pretty, like I thought it was one of the fastest iPhones, and it still is, but the XS, as you guys can see, it's crazy when you compare them, how big of a difference performance is between them, but when day-to-day use, like, you don't think about that, so I hope you don't look at this and be like, oh, I need to upgrade to a XS if you have an iPhone 10, like that's not what this purpose is. Paper out. 2, 3, 2, 1. Like, I already knew the XS was going to be faster, but I wanted to see how much faster it was, and it is noticeably, like, as you can see, it's into it like at least like half a second before the other one is. Performance is probably going to be better on the XS as well. Now, this game is super glitchy. It's not even that crazy of a game. I don't really understand why it's like so performance heavy, but I guess it is what it is. Temple Run. 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the XS just flew through that thing. Now we're actually into the performance thing or the game itself. iPhone XS is ready, iPhone 10 shortly after. That's pretty crazy, the performance between these two. There's a little bit of difference, more than I actually was expecting. If we get into the actual game, you can see performance is going to be almost identical. This isn't even that intensive of a game, so I don't think we're going to run into too many problems. That's a pretty crazy thing in my opinion. Let's go and end it off with Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone XS, as you can see, just a split second before the iPhone 10, is able to get into it. And you can see just even through the gameplay and the video itself, like just a little bit ahead. And I think that's pretty much how I would sum up this whole entire comparison, to be honest. Like, the iPhone XS is the overall faster device without a doubt, 100%. But I find it kind of crazy that even the iPhone 10 can still, carry its own. It's not a bad device, it's not slow. The iPhone XS does have an extra gig of RAM over the iPhone 10, but I find that pretty crazy, and that's pretty much how I would sum up this whole entire thing, man. Like, ultimately, the iPhone 10 is still a very fast device, in my opinion. It's not going anywhere. They both feel exactly the same in the hand. They're almost identical. Obviously, the XS has a little bit of a different camera sensor, but without a doubt, if you own a XS, congratulations. But if you own an iPhone 10 as well, it's still a very fast phone. Don't feel like you have to upgrade or anything like that. So that's pretty much how I would sum up this whole entire thing. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well, or you guys can see my knee. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.